Hello, hi. It's me, Allie, with the rose gold nails. Really trying to up my rose gold game lately. I also have recently switched to doing this ditty in my lobes, which I'm really liking. It looks really weird at that angle. I promise my lobe is not being cut off. It's just the way the shadow is. We'll talk about this in a minute. My name's Allie, in case you're new here, and it's Thursday, which means it's time for the tea, served hot to your inbox every single Thursday. It's where we talk about like piercing stuff, modification stuff. Sometimes we just talk about life. Today we are going to talk about cleaning your piercings a little bit in depth for a minute, because there's a few things I want to point out. But first, real quick, shout out to these really cool rusty rose gold nails. They're so cool. I'm obsessed with them. And then more in depth on these, we did just get in all those really cool multi-packs of the seamless rings. We got them in steel, gold, rose gold, black, and blue finish. And then they came in like a ton of different sizes, like 18 gauge, 16 gauge, 14 gauge, I think. So you too can achieve this look. There are also segment rings, would probably be easier, but definitely a little bit more expensive, not as cost effective. And we don't have the segment rings in huge packs like that right now. So that's my recommendation. You can totally go through and do the segment rings. It would probably be really nice and a lot easier. With that being said, let's talk about piercings now. Let's talk about cleaning some piercings. Let's talk about saline solution and cleaning materials in general. So I have definitely in the past given you a recipe on how to make your own saline solution with sea salt and distilled water and all that stuff. And that's totally fine to use to get you through. With that being said, realistically, for not even that much more money, you can just purchase a can of wound wash, which is going to be a lot easier. It's going to last you longer. It's going to be sterile. You're not going to contaminate it every time you're using it because you're not opening a jar. Most of them have like the spray nozzles on them. And overall, it's regulated. It's made with like pharmaceutical grade salt, so it's safe for your body. Definitely watch out for additives because that's not good for you either. You definitely don't want a product that's loaded up with a ton of chemicals. But because you're cleaning a couple times a day, probably morning and night, the saline solution, especially with the spray nozzle, is just so nice. Because hear me out. You take a nice hot shower, you let that hot water run over your fresh piercing for a second, let it breathe a little bit, expand, let that water get out some stuff, right? Then you take the saline spray and I'm doing this right now because I'm healing this ear up, so that's naturally what I do every day. Spray it and then get out of the shower because you want to let it naturally dry on its own to really disinfect everything in there. But the nice part about doing it in the shower is you don't have to be as careful. You just spray in the shower and it all stays in there. So, I just kind of wanted to PSA because I'm starting to get a lot of feedback from people that are like, is this okay? Is this salt okay? Is this water okay? At the end of the day, just spend the money on a wound wash or the piercing care product of your choice. Make sure it's a good one. It's better. It's just better for you. And your piercings deserve it. You deserve it. Your body deserves it. Treat your body right, okay? It will treat you right if you treat it right. Take your vitamins, drink your water, get your sleep. That stuff truly helps you heal a piercing faster. I'm not just being funny. So that's my little sassy Allie advice for the week. If you have any cool piercing related questions, please send them to dearallie@bodycandy.com because next week I'm definitely going to be answering multiple questions. I also sometimes answer questions in my Saturday email, which is Dear Allie. And I also do Facebook Live on Fridays, every single Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time currently. We look at jewelry, we do giveaways. Sorry, I just like breathed so weird and did something weird. We look at jewelry. We do gift card giveaways, we do monthly club giveaways, we hang out, we have a good time, we answer questions. It's fun. It's super fun. If you like being in a chat group with a bunch of people that are very loving and caring and happy, kind people, it's an awesome time. Please come join us. Thanks for letting me ramble for a minute. I love you all so much. I'll meet you here next week on Thursday. Bye.